It's a tranquil day on Jake's farm. The countryside is bathed in warm, golden sunlight, casting a serene glow over everything. In the background, a barn stands tall, with chickens clucking and horses grazing nearby. Two teenage boys, Jake and the protagonist, are feeding the chickens, their laughter and chatter filling the air. They seem completely at ease, enjoying the simplicity of the moment. But as the camera pans to the trees in the distance, the woods stand tall and slightly shadowed, hinting at something more, something a bit eerie. A gentle wind rustles through the trees, and the dogs, Rocky and Goose, run ahead, playful yet purposeful, into the woods. The scene transitions to a narrow trail leading into dense woods. The atmosphere grows darker as sunlight struggles to penetrate the thick canopy of trees. Jake and the protagonist walk along the trail, their conversation casual, though the environment around them starts to feel more ominous. Rocky, the Vizsla, and Goose, the Gordon setter, race ahead, frequently glancing back with a mix of excitement and caution. The trees around them grow closer and more shadowy as they venture deeper into the woods. Faint animal sounds echo in the distance, adding to the sense of foreboding. The camera lingers on the growing shadows, heightening the feeling that something isn't quite right. Suddenly, Rocky and Goose stop, growling, their fur standing on end. The camera slowly pans to reveal a man lurking behind a tree. His face is half hidden by the tree's shadow, but his sinister smile is clearly visible. In his hand, he holds a large hunting knife, which gleams menacingly in the limited light filtering through the canopy. The man's smile is wide and unnatural, his eyes locked onto Jake and the protagonist. His posture is predatory as he steps closer. The dogs bark furiously, their barks echoing through the woods. The camera zooms in on the unsettling smile and knife before the man steps back into the shadows. The escape. Cut to a frantic chase scene as Jake, the protagonist, Rocky, and Goose sprint through the woods. The trees blur past as they run, their breaths heavy and panicked. The sound of footsteps crunching on leaves is intense. The man is briefly visible in the background, retreating into the darkness, watching them disappear. The dogs are barking wildly, following the boys closely. Camera captures the sheer desperation in their faces, the tension of escape growing with each step. As they approach the tree line, the light grows brighter, offering a sense of relief but not safety. The camera follows Jake and the protagonist as they burst through the tree line and reach Jake's farmhouse. The bright daylight contrasts with the eerie woods behind them, but there's still tension in the air. Jake's mother, startled, looks up from her garden, confusion turning into concern. In the background, Jake's father is on the phone, reporting the incident to the police. The camera lingers on the protagonist, who keeps glancing nervously at the tree line, the dark woods still looming ominously in the distance. The relief is temporary. Cut to a nighttime forest scene. Michael, holding a flashlight, stands alone near a large tree as he finishes using the bathroom. The forest is eerily quiet, save for the sound of the wind rustling the leaves. Suddenly, the camera tilts upward to reveal a pair of glowing eyes peering down from the branches. The eyes are unnaturally bright, almost animalistic, but with a haunting intelligence behind them. Slowly, Michael backs away, his face pale with fear, before turning and rushing back to the campsite. The camera remains fixed on the glowing eyes as they blink and then vanish into the dark. Fade to a quiet bedroom scene. The protagonist sits by a window, gazing outside into the distance. Outside the window, dark trees sway in the wind, their branches casting eerie shadows across the room. The protagonist's face is thoughtful, still haunted by the memory of the encounter. The shadows in the room stretch and shift, giving an impression of something lurking just out of sight. The camera moves slowly, building suspense as the protagonist turns away from the window. The wind outside whistles softly, the tension building before the screen fades to black.